One percenters, welcome back to 1424 basketball training, where the goal is to take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better. In today's video, teaching tape, game 3, Jazz Clippers. Let's see if the Clippers have made any adjustments or they're going to get the sweep. They went down 2-0 last time to the Mavs. So I do have a little belief that they can win, but it's very little if they can win the series or not. Bogey, nice little running hook to start the game. Bad pass, Joe Ingles. I hate it when a bad play turns into 3 points. That's terrible. 8-0, 8-3. Clippers have off start. Look at Kawhi Leonard battling down here. Look at this. Ball goes up, turns, pushes. Right? This is different than a traditional box out. That's playoff box out. Right? Face guarding box out. Paul George finally doing some stuff here. Actually attacking the rim. Oh, Reggie. Reggie Jackson's that X factor, man. I mean, I kind of written off Paul George. He's like the superstar that never came to be high-level all-star, but not a superstar. Donovan Mitchell, to be determined whether or not he's a superstar. Comes up big in the clutch. Can he consistently do it? Oh, what is all this lucky stuff coming back to Joe Ingles? Patrick Beverly back into the rotation. Joe Ingles. It's too easy for Kawhi. I mean, the Clippers' problem is what happens when he gets close. I mean, they have enough firepower. They have enough guys to win the whole thing. But when it gets close, they have no idea who to go to. Kawhi Leonard passes the ball in the end. Paul George, tends to fade in the clutch. They lost Lou Williams. Oh, Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles. And then you're left with Reggie Jackson, who's not afraid to shoot the big shot, but maybe Reggie Jackson turns out to be a star. Look at Jordan Clarkson, man. What effort. Step back, step through, throw up some crazy stuff, tip it to yourself again. Whoa. Spida Mitchell. Nobody can stay in front of this dude, man. Combination of speed, power, shiftiness. Able to draw fouls, able to hit threes now. So here's one, right? Quick drop crossover, takes a little bump, arm contact, tries to draw a foul, doesn't, keep his balance. Concentration, makes the floater. Cross jab, nobody bites, they don't move, take a quick step back. Terrence Mann is probably the only player on the whole Clippers team that doesn't camp around the three. Kawhi Leonard's in trouble. I mean, you could stand out there and shoot a three, but if you decide to run through a pass, right, it's very hard for a defense to react to you. Too many people just get used to parking it. Parking it at the 3-point line. Oh, great read, Kawhi Leonard. This is when tape comes up, right? He should be guarding Bogey, but Kawhi Leonard sees the spin coming. Donovan Mitchell doesn't think that Kawhi Leonard's gonna come up behind him. We saw Kawhi. There it is again. So Terrence Mann right here, and then Kawhi Leonard just leaves Derek Favors as soon as he goes into this move here, and he's all of a sudden there to wall up Mitchell. Kawhi Leonard's been studying the tape, but not for offense, for defense against Spida Mitchell. This is what I was talking about when good linebackers or safety in football is they study the tape and they start breaking off what you should typically do, what a defense should typically do. And that's what the really, really good defenders do. They understand what they're giving up and they understand how to disrupt a play. Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed. Who else is a really, really good safety nowadays or linebacker? Don't watch too much football anymore. Ray Lewis. Great bailout cut by Nick Batum. Look at Paul George, getting into the lane, nice and slow, getting to a spot. Rudy Gobert is there to screw it all up. And then Batum comes in late to bail out Paul George. Great cat and mouse, chess and checkers, Paul George, Batum, Rudy Gobert. Can Donovan Mitchell make the adjustments to Kawhi Leonard making the adjustments? No, Rudy Gobert. That's why you're defensive player of the year. Batum does everything right. Quick pump fake, gets Gobert up, 2-dribble drive. He goes for the quick layup off of the first step, extends, and then Rudy Gobert, can recover. Gonna have to go with some power and some pro hops. Land on 2, boom, elastic jump. Okay, so look at Kawhi Leonard. All the things that I talk about right here, right? The low gun, and everybody says get wide and tall, right? Back straight, wide base. This is the real stuff. Gun, leaned over, balls of the feet, right? Heels are up. Come up, change directions, hang the ball. Right now, look at the push of the foot there. Right, get through the lane, hop, land on 2 feet at the same time. Skis pointing in. Clippers are up by 20. Oh, Donovan Mitchell. Kawhi Leonard really must be disrupting a lot of his stuff. Nobody back there, so no Zubac in this game. Here's another spin move. Kawhi Leonard sticks his paw in there, screws it all up. Spida Mitchell's able to save it anyways. Marcus Morris isn't able to save it. I mean, that's junk offense from the Jazz. Oh, what happened? Now they're only up by 9. That looks like a big shot for Reggie Jackson. Looks like a run was happening. Good momentum stopper. Jazz are right back. Clippers just get way too stagnant. They rely on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to make a play. Oh, Zubac. So again, he takes a contact, quick layup. They're all over it now. These defenders are are all over it. Man, so Clippers, I've noticed that they're really pressing Rudy Gobert to commit to guard, and these passes are coming out last second at the very last moment. They're really pressing Gobert. Here it is again, right? It's 3 times I've seen Paul George do it, Batum cut, and then I've seen Kawhi Leonard do it. So the Clippers are just much more patient in their drives. So they're waiting for Gobert to really commit to them. Like that's not bad. They're denying the ball to Mitchell, forcing Niang here to make another play. And then Zubac and Reggie Jackson are confused here, right? Like they're like wondering, no, they're like, no, don't leave Gobert. Don't let him get the dunk. Like these are very tough shots for Spider Mitchell. Right, gets past that first defender. Paul George doesn't commit, just walls up. Spider Mitchell just makes a very tough shot. Batum on him, drag. Kawhi Leonard is right there, right? He takes away the passing lane. Pass just gets there in time. Here we go again with the gun, right? So when I talk about low hinge, there is no way somebody like this can guard somebody who's like this. It just doesn't happen. And so many trainers out there teaching you to be tall like this, tall and wide. It's. I saw this quote. I saw this quote. Bad basketball, right? Bad basketball makes good business. Bad basketball makes good business. So a lot of trainers out there, a lot of coaches, they just do a lot of stuff. It looks fancy. It looks great for marketing. It looks cool. You get a bunch of kids and parents that don't know anything about basketball. And yeah, they get a bunch of kids training and bunch of parents, you know, amazed by two ball and all this nonsense. That stuff that they're teaching is the stuff that you'd use 1 to 5% of the time. It's literally this simple. They play tight defense. Can you sweep and get low? Can you get your shoulders under their shoulders? This is a hinge. This is not a squat. This is not a squat, right? Hinge, hinge, hinge. You have to have a strong lower back. You got to be able to get into these positions. Boom. Ballmer's happy. I mean, for a billionaire, he couldn't get a better face mask at least one that is a little bit more comfortable than the regular mask there. Oh, yeah. Create contact to create separation. Quick little crossover. Go back into Gobert here. Bang him. And then separate. There's that pull up, man. Crossover. Not the greatest crossover, but here, when I talk about can you get into these positions, can you lean over like that and sell it and then rise up? And not very many players can do that. Who's number 11? Yogi Ferrell. Okay, Yogi Ferrell. I liked him. He was on the Mavs for a little while. This is a great little move here. This is a between the legs, right? Delayed, right? Delayed cross. Here touches his hands, and then he goes, then crosses. Boom, delayed pickup, left, right. It's a nice move. Clippers with a blowout. That's pretty amazing. Beautiful cut on the backside. Crossover. I mean, face cut, get the ball, stride stop, and then a back cut. Lots of good things happen on that play with the Jazz. All right, nothing exciting going on. I mean, number 3, whoever that is, he has some moves. Donovan Mitchell sprained his ankle or what? I have no idea what happened. No idea what happened. Donovan Mitchell ankle. Janstar ankle injury. Another scare after getting major hang time in the rim. Doesn't look that serious. He says he'll be fine, but that's not good for Jazz fans. So maybe that's why the Clippers went on a run. I mean, yeah. All right. Well, I mean, what did you guys learn? I learned that Kawhi Leonard has studied the tape. Maybe Ty Lue put in a lot of tape on the defensive end, how to stop Donovan Mitchell, or maybe he just got injured in the third quarter and the Clippers turned it on. Sometimes you got to be lucky. Sometimes you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be both. So maybe the Clippers finally catch a break. Maybe the Jazz superstar, all-star, almost a superstar, won't play or won't be full strength, and the Clippers, get their break and make it to the finals. Who knows? Do you guys think the Clippers have a chance? I picked them to win the series. I think I did. But yeah. Yeah, I think I did, but they always deceive me. All right, guys, until next time, take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better. Peace.